Thank you ever so much for your patience, you wonderful people. Thank you for coming out here to this place and to this room in this place specifically. And stupid downstairs people. Yes, that was, I used that, that absolutely killed in Peoria, I tell you. We are now waiting for my Zen to turn on because we are planning everything so gloriously tonight. I'd like to thank Tom for getting up here and depressing everyone before I went on, so you're all ready to laugh now. God hates comedy musicians a bit, as it were. My name is Shoebox's band. You see before you was called Worm Quartet. Is it in fact a one-man band made up primarily of me? And my God, you all have cameras. That's amazing. No pressure, Shoebox. There's a little song about this thing on my finger and why I have this, even though I have this. So. Did the noise go away?
I'm tall and goofy looking and so awkward that it hurts. My hair obscures band names on the backs of all my shirts. A software engineer by Drapier, geeky through and through. I can quote through stuff or Douglas Adams till my face turns blue. Now you would think with stats like these that I'm paying no affection to put in the crackling pages of an old penthouse collection. But the gods of love and logic must have been off for a day. Cause a real live woman married me and she seems inclined to stay. I often find it stunning, it seems to disagree with everything I've ever seen in movies or TV, where the fat kid gets no fanfare and his minor wins are muffled. So this victory's for every nerd who's ever truffle shuffled. Cause I got a wife, my porn should be, my porn should be, my porn should be. I got a wife, my porn should be, my porn should be. Oh yeah, everybody! I got a wife, my porn should be, my porn should be, porn should be. I got a wife, my porn should be, my porn should be. Oh yeah, let's rock now! Nod your heads politely to the synth-punk mayhem! My comic book collection hits the ceiling of my room. It's a Ticky Haven basement lair that's never seen a broom, where I P2P and RPG and swear I'll never rest till every console I own emulates the Atari VCS. Screeching Weasel and Weird Al stare at me from my walls. A some pump in the corner helps me cope when nature calls. Now take this mental image and keep it in your head. But where the blow-up doll belongs, it's in a girl instead. A mind with anti-sanity, this fact is sure to vex. I've got John Lancey's autograph, but also I've had sex. These hands of solder circuitry and code in Sun OS have also felt the fleshy touch of human female breasts. Cause I got a wife, my porn should be, my porn should be, my porn should be. I got a wife, my porn should be, my porn should be. Just the pronouns I, my, I, my, yeah, I got a wife where my porn should be. I got a wife where my porn should be. I got a wife where my porn should be. I got a wife where my porn should be. Oh yeah. Thank you.
All right. How are you people doing tonight? Ooh, excellent answer. Woo is correct. Devo, can you come up here and sit on this thing? You guys hear everything okay? You can hear music and you can hear words, and those are really the only two things. So if you can hear anything else, then that's your own fucking problem. All right. I don't know if any of you are drummers. Any of you have ever had to deal with a drummer? Any of you have ever had to smell a drummer? You live with one. Our drummer for the evening, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Devo Spice.
This drummer and his name was Frank. He didn't play too well, in fact he really stank. Frank was a pretty boy, girls thought he was a hottie, but he thought he was a woman trapped inside of a man's body. So Frank went to the doctor, said he needed a change from a car to a garage in his home down on the range. But they messed up the paperwork to trim his lucky charm, and when he woke from the anesthesia, he only had one arm. Frank filed a lawsuit he somehow managed to lose, and we had nothing for him but still more bad news. We told him early while his stub was still sore, Frank, you're not in the band anymore. Frank was upset, he wanted back in the band. And so he taught himself to drum with one hand. We went to his garage and got together to rehearse. He had really sucked before and now he wasn't much worse. So we decided we'd give him another try, when suddenly a chainsaw fell down from the sky. His brother had been playing with it up in the loft. It hit Frank square in the shoulder, cut his other arm right off. We were in the middle, playing a Misfit song. Suddenly we noticed that the rhythm sounded wrong. We turned around to the bloody arm line on the floor. Then Frank wasn't in the band anymore. So we tried playing the drums with his feet. It sounded stupid, but it really looked neat. Then he lost his legs in an accident involving frogs and tang that he's never quite been able to explain. So we tried sticking the drumsticks in his nose. This made the handles all gooey and gross. He talked funny when he played now with a pained nasal lisp, and his drum solo sounded like this.
Ow, 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 ow. Damn it, can somebody pick that up? No.
When he finally got whiplash from playing with his head, we said, Frank, you gotta stop this, or else you'll soon be dead. We've enjoyed our time together, it's really been fun, but drummers need appendages and you don't have a one. Frank got real quiet, Frank got real sad. He didn't speak to us months, I guess we made him mad. But I'm proud to say this story still has a happy end. He got prosthetic everything and now he's still our friend. We used him to prop open the door to the shed, and in the wintertime we've got the world's only talking sled. But our new drummer's name is Yamaha, got him at the store, cause Frank's not in the band anymore. No, Frank's not in the band anymore. No, Frank's not in the band anymore.
Devo Spice, ladies and gentlemen. All right. This next one is my attempt to summarize a 2-year relationship in a 12-second song. It is entitled Long Story Short.
We tucked in, then we kissed, and then we went out for a while, and then we fucked in, then we fucked, she cheated on me, we broke up. I stalked her for a while, and then her new boyfriend kicked my ass, so I went out with someone else. The end.
Good. How are you? That it is. This next one is my art rock song. Because I sing it in a weird accent, it doesn't make any sense.
The anti-fish from Dodoland is marching down a mucus strand that leads from Falco to Ayn Rand, with stops at Chad and Spain. While 9 fat popes and 2 Jews guffaw and grunt and fill the loos with milk squeezed from their underoos and carbonated pain. A riboflavin travesty goes up and down the tapestry that graces my new haggis tree by cowlight and by nightly. And Christ the Kumquat troubadour has stapled omelets to the floor and banned the bush from every whore whose curtains were unsightly.
That, of course, is your part.
A pox upon the Vomit King, who brandished forth his ding-a-ling and then defiled everything with Casios and roses. A pox upon the lying lips that promised me fried paper clips, for now I'm eating bacon strips and shacking up with Moses. A pox upon this stupid song, which sounds too dumb and lasts too long, as odorous as a homo song and worse with every stanza. A pox upon the nipple tree that I've been growing rectally since Long Division and E.T. had sex with Tony Danza. Sing it! Whoa, bony by the children sit and stare at a shredded slurry to porn specs. But there's nothing in my underwear that can't be found in a box of corn checks. And in the laundromat of sin, your soul is dry, but your socks are burning. And did you wash your pants in Winton yogurt? 'Cause it sure smells
Yes. A screeching wad of camel bile is hurtling glumly down the aisle, and genuflecting all the while like nerfles at a totem. And traipsing through the wiggling sod, a sentient screaming curtain rod, as subtle as a cattle prod delivered to the scrotum. The holy mane of Mr. T was eaten by calligraphy, served with a side of sodomy and doom and gloom and presage. So graft potatoes to your brain and lubricate a whooping crane. Hello there, I'm John McCain, and I approve this message. One more, everybody. You harmonize beautifully. Thank you ever so. Ooh, it's moisture time. Ah, it's totally moisture time. Well, that's because you have too much spit in your voice. I said my nipples are screaming. What was I doing? All right, music. Okay, that one. Let's do that one. Hey, Tom, you want to help me do a song? This is one of those songs that I think has a universal message, and as such, I kind of want to make sure that nobody is left out and everybody gets to experience, what I'm kind of getting across here is I think it really relates to anybody. For this is a song about rabbits and why they're so great. They eat and shit and eat and fucking fuck and fucking shit and eat and shit and fucking shit and eat and fucking shit and eat and shit and shit and eat and shit and fucking shit and fuck and fucking and eat and shit and eat and shit and eat and shit and shit and fuck and eat and die. Blah. Thank you ever so. Yay! Thank you for that, and thank you for getting that. That was awesome. All right, here's the minute. Here's a little song for that special someone. That is information. Remember when we used to hold each other close and gaze so deeply in each other's eyes? Remember how I said I'd never let you go and how you swore you'd never tell me lies? You do well. All I remember is way you nonchalantly squashed my heart just like a cockroach on the floor. All I remember is happiness I felt the day I finally kicked your skag ass out the door. Remember when you were the best part of my life, the reason I got up to face the day. Remember how you swore you'd always stay by me and love me for forever come one day. You do well. All I remember is nights you go out drinking and I pray the cops would find you somewhere dead. All I remember is when all your dishes became airborne and flew right into my head. Now please don't think I'm ranting because I'm bitter. I found somebody new and I moved on. But if only your name rhymed with twisted psychotic slut, I'd have a great idea for a song. Remember how we used to drive down to the beach and walk along the seashore hand in hand? Remember how we used to sit and watch the waves and spell out our initials in the sand? You do well. All I remember is whining in the morning and the griping about every little thing. All I remember is how soundly I could sleep when I dreamt of your lifeless body festering. Now please don't think this is all just hindsight. I felt this way about you for so long. And if only your name rhymed with sadistic lying bitch, I'd have a great idea for a song. Oh, your name might as well rhyme with psycho whore from south of hell. After all the crap you put me through back then. Oh, if only your mom and dad had
named you, so named her on the walking, talking maxi pad. Think of all the clever tunes I could have been. Miss Becky rhymes with yucky, and Missy rhymes with pissy, and Susie rhymes with floozy, and Patty rhymes with fatty. Elizabeth rhymes with kiss of death, and Eleanor rhymes with smelly whore, and Marigold rhymes with Harry Holt, and Lauren rhymes with scoring. Celia Linda Park rhymes with Celia in the dark. Daisy Rhoda York rhymes with Easy Hoda Pork. Ronlane me stuff back rhymes with Fonlane my butt crack. I paid to change your name to Shelly Hunt. Remember when your latest like a throbbing meat had left you for a nicer piece of ass. Remember when you called me sobbing on the phone and begged me to forgive you for your past? You're doing well. All I remember is that lab rats don't push levers after taking an electric shock or two. And I'd rather duct tape a log wire to my groin than take a death march down memory lane with you. Now please don't think I want to be your friend now. I'd rather see John Goodman in a thong. And if only your name rhymed with backstabbing heartless tramp, I'd have a great idea for a song. Yeah, if only your name rhymed with manipulative conniving whore, I'd have a great idea for a song. Yeah, if only your name rhymed with worthless, cheating, worm-ridden, buttockly, bile-sucking, skanky, smelly, slutty waste of flesh, fat, and bone. Makes me want to donate my entire life savings to NASA and hope that someday they'll make a time machine and I can retroactively give your parents a box of condoms. I'd have a great idea for a song.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. You glorious, glorious people. Okay, now it's time for a little bit of technology to happen, so I'm going to do that. For this is the technology in question. I'm going to see if that button does what it's supposed to do, and if this thing plugs into here like it's supposed to. Let's find out. Here we go. It's happening. Things are occurring. My screen doesn't show anything anymore. Totally black. That's neat. Yeah, I'm waiting. It's gonna be bigger in a minute. See, this is as you've been experiencing the miracle of noise amplification through these things, you are now going to experience the miracle of video projection as well. So, yeah, see? So much as things get louder. Hey, look at that. Oh my God, things on a screen. It's a miracle. Thank you, baby Jesus. Let's not watch that. Let's watch this. Yes. Okay. And it just got really quiet. Tom, can you make it less quiet, please? Please, make it less quiet. Thank you ever so much for making it less quiet.
Oh, there's murder and corruption. There's sorrow and there's anguish. There's torture and there's torment. And there's news and there's news. There's business suits and bullies. There's travesties and traffic. There's bigotry and bigotry and tragedies and hate and... Fuck you! The bunny is eating a flower! Fuck you! The bunny is eating a flower! Fuck you! It's a goddamn flower! And the bunny is eating it! And it's cute as fucking shit! There's fascists and there's fat cells. There's hellfire and there's hailstorms. And evil men with evil minds keep doing evil things. There's trench coats and tiaras. There's crude oil and colonics. There's STD and escargot and WMDs and... Fuck you! The goose is doing a dance! Fuck you! The goose is doing a dance! Fuck you! As it's eating some bread, and now it's doing a dance! Sweet Jesus is doing a dance! The internet wants to love you. The internet wants to make it all better. The internet wants to hold you close and caress your hair and bite your fucking nipples. And there's bankers and there's borders. There's conflicts and collisions. There's agony and effigies, despondency and deities. There's bird flu and there's bomb threats, reactions and recessions. There's blasphemy and bigotry and tragedies and hate and... Fuck you! The monkey is riding a peg! Fuck you! The monkey is riding a peg! Fuck you! Just look at the monkey! Really look at the monkey! I said look at the goddamn monkey! Fuck you! The pig is doing a goose! Fuck you! The dance is riding a flower! Fuck you! The monkey is eating a bunny! The internet is a big warm hug for the world!
For the world! For the world! A big war plug for the world! Fuck you! Fuck you! Thank you. Fuck you! Fuck you! If you enjoy video displays, Devo has plenty of those things. He is coming on right after me. You were probably aware of that. Speaking of Devo, why don't you come up here and do a thing with me? Okay? Okay. What's that?
Somebody else is going to have to fix the sound if you want.
Yeah, there's a bunch of sliders in there for you to go down. Just,
What are we doing?
Touch whatever you want to. I'm kidding. I don't know. It's your show. Wait, no. Oh, that one, right.
Are we done with this? Is this working?
We're totally
Okay.
done with that chair. You don't need that chair. You already sat in that chair, remember? This one was a hit on mp3.com, which should give you an idea of just how old it is. It is dedicated to the golden age of the internet. Back before Facebook, back before MySpace, back before goddamn LiveJournal, when everything was kitties, titties, and GeoCities. We wrote really long intros back then.
Can you hear me?
I get now.
This is loose. That's why.
I got an email from this guy who claims to know me.
Claims he graduated from my high school in the class 2 years below.
And he sat 3 feet behind me in my composition class.
And he remembers my old Anthrax shirt that showed off the crack of my ass.
Anyway, he said just figured I should drop you a line.
To let you know that my homepage is finally online.
Took me weeks and weeks, but it's finally all done.
So surf on over, Cyber Buddy. It'll be such fun.
Equals the ugly signature I've seen in a while.
And a cliched and sincere colon parenthesis smile.
The message is repeated with a lot of brackets in it.
I stared in utter horror and just sat there for a minute.
From the onslaught of stupidity, my mind was fucking beat.
But from deep in my mind, a voice screamed, "Damn it, delete!"
And if my porno failed in panic trying to send this thing to hell,
I accidentally clicked right on his fucking URL.
the screen went yellow, but the font was yellow too.
But I couldn't see a thing and there was nothing I could do.
My P120 turned and growled like the hard drive was exploding.
20 minutes went by and the first banner was still loading.
I clicked stop, clicked exit, my browser just ignored me.
And 3,000 GeoCities ads were popping up before me.
Every ad had its own window, every window spawned another.
And the windows spawned more windows till the screen was fucking smothered.
So I went for a walk, this was some time to be spent.
I came back and it was still sitting at 2%.
So I made myself some dinner and I played a game of Doom.
I read a couple novels and I wallpapered my room.
3 days later it was loaded and my keyboard started to function.
It was nothing but a 10 gig JPEG saying under construction.
The only link on the page said click here to email me.
So I picked a font big enough for astronauts to see and said, I don't give a shit about your fucking website. I don't give a shit about the life you live. I wouldn't give a shit about your fucking website if I had 100 spare shits to give.
Then a few days later, another blast from the past.
I got an email from an ex who would dump me on my
She
ass.
said my website's up. It's something you've got to see.
I figured I'd make sure there weren't any pictures of me.
I clicked it. Suddenly I was bathed in cutesy clip art galore.
More flowers, birds, and bunnies in a freaking Hallmark store.
This is my page and it's all about me.
Everything you'll ever need to know updated daily.
There were stories about her sister and pages about her prom.
And pictures from the coming out party for her mom.
There were pictures of her friends, pictures of her hats.
And 100,000 pictures of her scraggly, ugly cats.
There were links to every fucking page that she even knew.
And each one of them was broken. She even misspelled Yahoo.
When I finally got through every fucking poem she ever wrote,
I figured it was time to drop the stupid note. I don't give a shit about your fucking website. I don't give a shit about the life you live. I wouldn't give a shit about your fucking website if I had 100 spare shits to give. Air synth.
oh yeah.
Air guitar.
There's so much bullshit on the web that it fills me with rage.
Hell, even B. Arthur has her own fucking page.
So no waste my precious time, each day is only so long.
I could be using this time to write another stupid song.
So the moral of the story, I think it's plain to see.
If your website sucks big walrus cock, don't send it to me.
And if you do, don't be surprised if I get really pissed.
And subscribe you to the Michael Bolton fan club mailing list. I don't give a shit shit about your fucking website. I don't give a shit about the life you live. I wouldn't give a shit about your fucking website if I had 100 spare shits to
Everybody.
give. I don't give a shit about your fucking website. I don't give a shit about the life you live. I wouldn't give a shit about your fucking website if I had 100 spare shits to give.
Branch! Branch, damn it! Runs for me, my mates!
I don't give a shit.
I don't give a shit about your motherfucking website.
I don't give a shit.
I don't give a shit about your motherfucking website.
I don't give a shit.
I don't give a shit about your motherfucking website.
I don't give a shit.
I don't give a shit about your motherfucking website.
Devo Spice again, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very nice. Thank you ever so. Okay, let's do that one next. Where's my moisture? There's my glorious moisture. Moisture comes in plastic. I put it into me, and then I make moisture with it. Oh, that's good stuff. All right, people ask me where I get my ideas for songs and how I write songs and all that kind of crap. And yeah. Usually I start with a profanity, and then the adverbs, and then I just kind of make up the rest as I go along, usually on stage. This doesn't qualify for any of this because this is a cover song. And I can't find it. There it is. This is a song by Henry Phillips.
Ancient philosophy was framed by prodigies, Aristotle, Plato, and Socrates. And even though their thoughts were deemed the aristocratic voice, they also had a thing for little boys. Catherine the Great, so it's been said, needed large animals to be fulfilled in bed. From historic rulers to the ancient Greeks, we're standing on the shoulders of freaks. Isn't life pretty? Ernest Hemingway once said. And then he put a bullet through his head. Salvador Dali's surreal paintings were God sent. You never know he ate his own excrement. Then there's Da Vinci, for whom it required dressing in women's underwear to be inspired. From the great romantics to the ancient Greeks, we're standing on the shoulders of freaks. Truman Capote, needless to say, would be intoxicated 20 hours a day. From the modern authors to the ancient Greeks, sing it, damn it. We're standing on the shoulders of freaks. We're standing on the shoulders.
Oh, pause, sorry.
Of freaks. Ooh.
Thank you. Now, this next one, I do a lot of shows at sci-fi conventions and that kind of crap, often with Devo Spice and great Luke Ski and all those other wonderful people. Especially Luke. Luke has an awful lot of Star Wars songs, and I was playing a show with him once when he was like debuting like, I don't know, 9 new Star Wars songs or something, and I'm like, I've got to write the greatest Star Wars song ever written. That is what I need to do. So in my research for doing this, I discovered that the greatest Star Wars song ever written had already been written by a band from Syracuse, New York called Shugazi. And they were nice enough to allow me to cover it. So this is my cover of Shugazi's R2D2.
R2D2 lives in my butt. R2D2 lives in my butt. R2D2 lives in my butt. R2D2 lives in my butt.
Thank you. Let's see. Ooh, hey, look at that. I'm on my last song. Oh. But that means Devo Spice is up next. Yay! And then after that, nothing. But first, Devo Spice. I'm going to play with this fucking toy till I break it. You realize that. This is awesome. You guys are great. I don't know how many of you people can fit in Devo's Prius, but I'm taking you fucking home. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. Thanks for braving the beautiful weather and coming over here. And yes, you guys are awesome. Thanks for finding your way to the right floor. And yes. This one is the most evil song I've ever written. I'm going to need to divide this audience into 3 groups. And I'm going to need to teach. Let's see. This is a group. You guys in the middle are a group. You guys over here. I'm going to have to say, you guys in these 2 tables, you're a group. I'm going to teach each group an evil word. Now, you guys on the left, your word is sex. When I point at you, I need you to scream sex. Can you do that for me?
Sex!
Excellent, sex group. Thank you. You guys in the middle have an even more evil word. Your word is drugs. Ready now?
Drugs!
Okay, a little less straight. Come on, let's get over here.
Drugs!
Excellent. Okay. Now, you guys over here. Work with me. You have the most evil word of all. You just summon the spirit of, I don't know, Tamarai or Demon Bourgeois or somebody, and you just scream, Satan!
Satan!
Okay, I heard Will. That was very clear that I heard Will. Let's do this one more time.
Satan!
Excellent. All right, let's practice what we've learned.
Sex! Drugs! Satan!
You forgot your word already! This is called What Your Parents Think All Your Music Sounds Like. And we're going to take you out of here with this.
Kill your neighbor, kill your brother, kill your sister. Kill your parents, kill your teachers, kill yourself. Sculpt a statue of the devil with your feces. Shit, fuck, death, beer. Shit, fuck, death, beer. Carve a pentagram into your neighbor's poodle. Staple gerbils to the face of every nun you see. Murder everyone and send me all your money. Shit, fuck, death, beer. Shit, fuck, death, beer. Rape your mother, get her pregnant, kill the baby. Set the church on fire and use the flames to light your crack pipe. All the cool kids sacrifice their cat to Satan. Shit, fuck, death, beer, sing it. Turn your hat and show your undies like a gangsta. Put your homework off until the very day it's due. Girls will fuck you if you drink right from the milk jug. Shit, fuck, death, beer. Shit, fuck, death, beer.
Thank you very much, New York. We are Warm Quartet. I'll be selling shiny round things over there, and the lovely Devo Spice will be taking the stage next.